everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to post birthday wishes on Google Chat from Google Sheets. So I have prepared a spreadsheet which contains the details of all the employees I have in my organization along with their birth dates. Now according to these details, I want to send birthday wishes to each of the employee on my Google Chat space. So how we are going to automate this entire process? For this, we will have to set up a connection between our Google Sheets and Google Chat, and that we are going to do without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing automation and integration software. And to learn this entire automation step by step, let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to learn how to send birthday wishes to employees on Google Chat space. So I have a spreadsheet which contains the details of all the employees I have in my organizations along with their birth date and the year. Now I want that according to these details, a birthday message should be sent to the employee whose birthday will be there on a specific date on Google Chat space within the group. So for this, I'm going to automate this entire process with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing automation and integration software. So with this, I'm going to set up a connection between Google Sheets and Google Chat, and that too without any coding or programming skills. Okay, so this is the home page of Pabbly Connect, where we can reach by tapping the URL pabbly.com/connect in our browser. Here we have two options, sign in and sign up for free. So if you are an existing user, you can directly click on sign in, and if you are a new user, you have to click on the sign up for free button to create your free new account. Also, when you will create your account, you will get 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. Now, as an existing user, I am currently clicking on sign in. This is the all apps section where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. To create this automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So let's click on access now. And it has taken us towards the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. So on this dashboard, we can find all of our workflows which we have created, and we can also create different folders over here, as you can see, to save our workflows accordingly. Now to create a new workflow, we have to click on this create workflow option. Let's do that, and here a dialog box will appear in front of us. So it is asking us to provide a name to this workflow. So first of all, let us provide a name over here. Post birthday wishes on Google Chat from Google Sheets. After giving this name, here I'm going to select the folder in which I want to save this workflow. So here is the folder automations for HRM in which I'm going to save the workflow, and now let's click on create. As we have done that, we can see that two windows are open in front of us. First is the trigger and the other is action. So what are trigger and actions? Trigger and actions are the two main concepts or the principles on which the entire automation runs. The trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can have multiple actions as we want. Now, after understanding the concept of trigger and action, let's start creating the workflow step by step. Here I'm going to tell you exactly what we are supposed to do to create this automation, and that too step by step very clearly. Okay, so first of all, I want that this workflow should run every day at a specific time. Why? Because it might happen that every day some or the other person have their birthday. So for that, we have to run this workflow every day. So for that, we are going to select schedule in our trigger application. So this is an amazing feature by Pabbly which allows us to schedule the workflow according to our requirements. Here it is asking us how often you want to run your workflow. So we have multiple options: at regular intervals, once, every day, days of the week, dates of months. I want this workflow to run every day, so I will select everyday option over here. Now it is asking us to select the time, at what time you want to run this workflow. I want that every day at 9 AM this workflow should trigger. So for that, I'm going to select 9. So I've selected 9 AM over here. Now we are going to click on save, and the workflow is scheduled for every day at 9 AM. Now we will move forward. So the next step will be to fetch out the current date. So I want that every day when the workflow is going to trigger at a specific time, it should fetch out the current date. Okay, why? Because we have to match the current date with the birth date of any employee. Okay, so if on that specific day any employee has the birthday, then we want to send the wish, otherwise not. So now we are going to select our action application as date time formatter, with the help of which we are going to fetch out the current date every day. Now we are going to select the action event, that will be current date. Let's click on connect, and here we can see that the connection is successful, and now it is asking us to select the basic format in which we want the current date. So I'm going to select the simple format over here, that will be date, month and year. Okay, after selecting this, let's click on save and send test request button, and here we can see that in the response we have received the current date of today, that is 6th of May 2024. Now why we have fetched out this date? Because we want that every day when the workflow is going to run, it should fetch out the current date so that it could match the current date within the date we have in the spreadsheets of the employee's birthday. And if the birthday of any employee will match the current date, then in that case we want to send the wish. Okay, Now we will move forward, and what we are supposed to do, we have to match this current date with the date we have in the spreadsheet. For that, we can see that in the spreadsheet I have the birth date of the employee as well as the year in two separate columns. That means I have birth date and month separately and the year separately. Why? Because we generally do not require the year in order to send the birthday wish. We only require the date and the month. So the date and month should match the current date and month, and the year is not required. So for that, we have received the current date, we can see in the full format, date, month and the year. So we'll have to remove the year from this particular date. We have to separate the date into date and month because we only require the date and month to send the birthday. Okay, for that we have to click on this add action step button, and with the help of text formatter we are going to split the date. So we will select text formatter over here. Now we will select the action event, that will be split text. So with the help of text formatter, we can format the text according to our requirements in the workflow. Here with the help of split text, we are going to split the date. Let's click on connect. Now it is asking us to select the date which we want to split. So we want to split the current date which we have already received from our earlier response. So we will simply map the date. So mapping is inserting data from previous step. Here our previous step is given. When we will select that, here is the date. So let's select the date and it is mapped. Now when we have mapped this date over here, it has become dynamic. That means with each and every new response, it is going to be replaced automatically. So now every day when the workflow is going to trigger, automatically the current date will be fetched out and automatically the date is going to be replaced with that new date over here in this field. And in this way, we are going to automate the entire process. So whenever we want that the data should get replaced automatically, then we map the data, and when we want that data should not get replaced, then we type it manually, and it is called as static mapping. Now we are going to use the separator. So separator is the value through which we want to separate this date or the text. So I want to separate this date with the help of the hyphens. Okay, so I'm going to use hyphen over here. And because you can see I have entered the hyphen manually, so it has become static now and it is not going to replace. So it will be same each time. So whenever the new date will appear over here in this field, it will be separated with the help of the hyphen. Now we are going to select the segment index, that what segment of this text we want. So I'm going to select all over here for now. So we will receive all the segments of this date in the separated format. Let's click on save and send test request button. And here we can see that we have received all the details. This is the date, this is the month, and here we have also received the year. Although we do not require the year, we will use only the date and month. So let's move forward. Now we have to match this date which we have received from the dates which we have in the spreadsheets of the employee's birthday. So if the current date will match any of the employee's birth date, then we want to send the birthday wish. And it might happen that more than one employee could have their birthday at the same date. That means we are going to receive multiple responses at a time. And for that we have to capture the response in the advanced format. So first of all, now we are going to set up the connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect. So let's click on this add action step button. And now we are going to select Google Sheets as our action application. Okay. So now we have to receive the details which we have in our Google Sheets over here in Pabbly Connect, and that too only the details of the employee who have their birthday today. Okay. So for that we have to match our current date with the spreadsheet details. For that we have to select the action event, that is lookup spreadsheet row. So we have to look for the particular values in the spreadsheets. Okay. So we have to select lookup spreadsheets row V1, and now we have to click on connect. Now, because I've already built a connection earlier with my Google Sheets account, so I'm going to go with existing connection now. But if you want to create a new connection, you have to click on this add new connection button. You have to click on sign in with Google. And once you will provide the access to Pabbly Connect for accessing our Google Sheets, your connection will be successful. And don't worry, our data is 100% safe with Pabbly Connect. So we can fearlessly click on access now. Okay. So now we have to click on save. And we can see that Google Sheets is successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. So we'll move forward. After building the connection, we have to select our spreadsheet name. The name of my spreadsheet is employee details. So I'm going to select the same over here from the drop down. And now we have to select the sheet name. So the sheet is also selected because I've only created one sheet over here. Now we have to move forward and we have to provide the lookup column, that in which column we want to look for the value. So you can see that I have the birth date in this particular D column. So I want to look up in this particular column. So column D will be my lookup column. And the next is the lookup value. So what value you want to search for in the spreadsheet? I want to search for the current date and the current month to send the birthday wish. So for that I will simply map the current date hyphen and current month. So I want to search this value in the spreadsheet, and whosoever will have their birthday on this particular date, the details of those employee will be captured in Pabbly Connect. And for that we have to turn this simple response button off, and because we are going to receive the data of more than one employee together, so we have turned on the advanced response option. Okay, you can see that we have two people over here who have their birthday on 6/5. So this is 6th of May, dummy user, and another is new user. So let's check whether we are receiving the data or not. Let's click on save and send test request button. And here we can see that yes, we have received the data in the advanced format. That means in the combined format. So this is the array format of response. Here we have received name, that is dummy user, email, phone number, birth date, and the row index in which the data is added. And here we have also received the data of another employee as well, that is new user. This is the email, phone number, and the birth date. Okay, so now after receiving this response, we have to move forward, and because we will have to map the data in order to send the message in the customized format for each and every employee separately, therefore we will have to receive the response of one employee at a time. So because currently we are setting up this integration, we are setting up the workflow to set the automation, therefore we have to map the data further, and for that we can only use one response at a time. So for that, what I'm going to do, I will simply process the array which we have received with the help of iterator, and with the help of iterator we are going to receive the response of one employee at a time, so that we will be able to use the data for mapping. Okay, so here I'm going to click on this add action step button. I'm going to use iterator over here. Now we have to select the action event, that will be process arrays, and now we have to click on connect. So we are going to process the arrays and we are going to receive the data of single employee at a time. Let's click on save and send test request button, and here we have received the response of the dummy user. This is the response of the single employee. So as I told you that because we are currently setting up the connection, so we will use these details to map the data further so that the message could be sent with dynamic details every time whenever the workflow is going to run. But once the integration will be successful and when the workflow is going to run in real time every day, then automatically the birthday message will be sent for all the employees whosoever will have their birthday, whether the employee is one in number or there are multiple employees. Okay, so now we will move forward and we will use the details to map the data and send the message. For that we have to set up the connection between our Google Chat Space and Pabbly Connect. For that we have to click on this add action step button, and now we have to select our action application as Google Chat Hangout. We have selected that. Now we have to select the action event, that will be create message, and we have to click on connect. Now in order to build the connection between our Google Chat Space and Pabbly Connect, we have to first of all provide chat webhook URL. So from where we are going to find this URL? For that we have to click on this hyperlink. So let's do that, and it has taken us towards Pabbly forum page. Okay, so now when we will scroll down, you will receive all the instructions which we have to follow in order to set up this connection and to get the chat webhook URL. For that we have to copy this URL given over here. Now we have to go towards the space. So I'm going to take you towards my space. This is the name of my Google Chat Space, Sparkle Events team. So basically I have an event management company and I want to celebrate the birthday of all the employees by wishing them. So we have to go towards the name of our space, and here we can see the option of apps and integrations. Now under this we can find the option of webhooks, and here are the webhooks which are already created. Now in order to get the chat webhook URL, we have to first of all set up a webhook over here by clicking on this add webhooks button. And first of all, we have to provide the name to our webhook. So you have to be very careful while giving the name to your webhook, because it is going to be displayed every time when the message will be received. Basically, here we are setting up a bot through which we want to send automated messages on Google Chat Space whenever the birthday will arise of an employee. So in that case, we have to provide the bot name over here. So I'm going to give the name as birthday wish. Okay, and now we have to provide the URL which we have copied from Pabbly forum page in this particular field. Let's click on save. And we can see that our webhook is ready over here, birthday wish. So this is the chat webhook URL which is required in Pabbly Connect. So we will simply click on these three dots. We will copy this link and move back towards Pabbly Connect. So let's paste the URL over here. Done. In this way you have to find the chat webhook URL and paste it over here to set up the connection. Now we have to provide the message which we want to send each time. So the message over here will be, hey team, let's all take a moment to wish dummy user. You can see that I have mapped the name over here so that it could become dynamic and it could change with each and every new response, because I want to send customized message to all the employees. Let's all take a moment to wish dummy user a fantastic birthday today. Dummy user, your hard work, dedication, and positive energy make such a difference in our team dynamic. We are grateful to have you with us, not just as a colleague but also as a friend. May this special day be filled with joy, laughter, and unforgettable moments. Here's to another amazing year ahead, filled with success, happiness, and all your heart desires. Enjoy your day to the fullest. Best wishes, Sparkle Events team. Here I have just used a basic message, but you can definitely create your message according to your requirements, according to your wishes. You can also add some achievements of the employee. You can also add some contributions, achievements which the employee has made in the organization, how you're happy with that employee, and all the details which you want to include in your message. Okay. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request button over here. And we can see that we have received the response. So the bot is created for sending automated messages for birthday wishes in Google Chat Space. So let's go and check whether the message is received or not. And yes, here we can see that the message is received. Hey team, let's all take a moment to wish dummy user a fantastic birthday today, okay? So this is the entire message. Let's go back towards Pabbly Connect and we will quickly summarize what we have done in the workflow after completing it. So we have taken very simple steps, trigger and actions. In trigger, we have taken schedule by Pabbly in order to schedule the workflow for every day at a specific time. And then we have taken actions such as date time formatter, text formatter, Google Sheets, iterator and Google Chat Hangout. So that whenever the workflow is going to run, automatically it is going to fetch out the current date and we are going to match the current date with the details we have in our spreadsheet. If the birth date of any of the employee will match the current date, then we want to automatically send the birthday wish to the employee on Google Chat space, whether it is one employee or it is more than one employees. Okay. In the same manner, you can very easily create this automation to send birthday wishes in the customized format to all your employees within the group of Google Chat. And here you can create this automation without any coding or programming skills. You can definitely frame the message according to your choice in the more creative format. And once you will set up this connection and integration, automatically every day's workflow is going to run at a specific time and the messages will be sent. So this was it in this video. I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but you can integrate multiple such applications without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can reach out to us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any query, you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can reach out to the website given over here. Now, if you find this video helpful, do not forget to share it with your friends. And also please like our video and subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations.